The Holland Tunnel is a vehicular tunnel under the Hudson River. It connects Lower Manhattan in New York City to the east with Jersey City in New Jersey to the west. An integral conduit within the New York metropolitan area. The Holland Tunnel is operated by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. The tunnel carries Interstate 78. The New Jersey side is also designated the eastern terminus of Route 139. The Holland Tunnel is one of three vehicular crossings between Manhattan and New Jersey. The others being the Lincoln Tunnel and the George Washington Bridge. Plans for a fixed vehicular crossing over the Hudson River were first devised in 1906. However, disagreements prolonged the planning process until 1919. When it was decided to build a tunnel under the river. Construction of the Holland Tunnel started in 1920, and it opened in 1927. At the time of its opening, the Holland Tunnel was the longest continuous underwater vehicular tunnel in the world. The Holland Tunnel was originally known as the Hudson River Vehicular Tunnel or the Canal Street Tunnel. It was renamed the Holland Tunnel in memory of Clifford Milburn Holland, the chief engineer, following his sudden death in 1924 before the tunnel was opened. The Holland Tunnel was the world's first mechanically ventilated tunnel. The ventilation system was designed by Ole Singstad, who oversaw the tunnel's completion. The Holland Tunnel is operated by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. It consists of a pair of tubes with 29.5 foot long. The steel rings, in turn, are covered by a 19-inch thick of vertical clearance. The north tube is 8,558 feet long and the south tube 9,275 feet long. Three most vehicles carrying hazmats, trucks with more than 3 axles, and vehicles carrying trailers cannot use the tunnel. There is a width limit of 8 feet for vehicles entering the tunnel. Both tubes' underwater sections are 5,410 feet below mean high water. The tubes descend at a maximum grade of 4.06% and ascend at a grade of up to 3.8%. The tubes stretch an additional 1,000 feet from the eastern shoreline to the New York portals, and 500 feet from the western shoreline to the New Jersey portals. These sections of the tunnel are more rectangular in shape, since they were built as open cuts that were later covered over. The walls and ceiling are furnished with glazed ceramic tiles, which were originally engineered to minimize staining. The majority of the tiles are white, but there is a 2-tile high band of yellow-orange tiles at the bottom of each tube's walls, as well as 2-tile high band of blue tiles on the top. The northern tube, which carries westbound traffic, originates at Broome Street in Manhattan between Varick and Hudson Streets. It continues to 14th Street east of Marin Boulevard in Jersey City. The southern tube, for eastbound traffic, originates at 12th Street east of Marin Boulevard, and surfaces at the Holland Tunnel Rotary in Manhattan. The entrance and exit ramps to and from each portal are lined with granite and are 30 feet above the roadway. 5 emergency exit cross passages connect the two tubes' inner catwalks. When the Holland Tunnel opened, the catwalk was equipped with police booths and a telephone system, stationed at intervals of 250 feet. The amount of traffic going through the Holland Tunnel has remained steady despite tight restrictions on eastbound traffic in response to the September 11, 2001 attacks, including a ban on commercial traffic entering New York City put in place after an August 2004 threat. Aside from a sharp decline immediately following the September 11 attacks, the number of vehicles using the Holland Tunnel in either direction daily has steadily declined. From a peak of 103,020 daily vehicles in 1999 to 89,792 vehicles in 2016. 218 as of 2017. The eastbound direction of the Holland Tunnel was used by 14,871,543 vehicles annually. The Holland Tunnel was designed by Clifford Milburn Holland, chief engineer on the project, who died in October 1924. Before it was completed, he was succeeded by Milton Harvey Freeman, who died less than a year after Holland did. Afterward, Ole Singstad oversaw the completion of the tunnel. The tunnel was designated a National Historic Civil and Mechanical Engineering Landmark in 1982 and a National Historic Landmark in 1993. Emergency services at the Holland Tunnel are provided by the Port Authority's Tunnel and Bridge agents, who are stationed at the Port Authority's crossing. The Holland Tunnel was the first mechanically ventilated underwater vehicular tunnel in the world. It contains a system of vents that run transverse, or perpendicular, to the tubes. Each side of the Hudson River has two ventilation shaft buildings, one on land, and one in the river approximately 1,000 feet, of which 40 feet tall. The New Jersey Land Ventilation Tower is a 4-story, 84-foot building with a rectangular perimeter. The 4 ventilation towers contain a combined 84 fans. Of these,